Control the Pressure is a way for our members to keep each other alive. Without our employers, without discipline, it's us looking out for each other.
We are responsible for each other as a crew and a family.
If you don't feel like something is safe and you're getting pressure from up top to, oh, we need you to do this, hurry up and do this. No, we're not gonna hurry up and do it. We'll do it safely, and if it's not done safe, we're not gonna do it. It doesn't matter if you've been in this company 1 day or 40 years. You can stop a job if you feel something is not safe or you're being asked to do something that's not safe.
If I'm digging and somebody sees something that they feel is unsafe and they come up to me and they say, hey, Russell, we got to stop right now. We got to rethink this. It just feels great to know that I'm working with people that are making sure that I'm safe.
You have somebody that's physically out there in the field and does the same exact job as you and tells you, hey, let's take a second, let's follow this procedure. That procedure was written for a reason.
A lot of the injuries are caused because of shortcuts that are taken and not following the procedure.
I think the biggest problem that we have right now is complacency. At any time, at any moment, something can happen. And if we let our guards down, that's when it's going to happen.
Reducing our injuries and reducing our driving accidents. As a union, we need the right procedures, we need the right mindset.
And very important, know your limits of how long you can work safely.
In the summer of 2018, my coworker and I were working in an elevated man lift on the 6-inch and 8-inch blowdown line for the compressor station. I had just moved the basket over to the 6-inch line, and less than a minute later, the whole compressor station blew down through that 8-inch line. We were trapped in the air for about 6 minutes. It felt like being attached to a jet engine. We sustained some hearing injuries and a shoulder injury. It makes you realize just how quick things can go wrong. And it's so important to be cut in and to understand how things change so quickly.
We had a trench collapse in Reno, Nevada. The gentleman was buried up to about his waist. We ended up rescuing him, taking him out on a care lift. Then unfortunately our next job was to recover the deceased. That is something I hope nobody has to ever encounter. His cell phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing, and that just tells me that his loved ones heard about this collapse, knew where he was, and were calling and calling and calling, trying to figure out what happened that day. Just one person needed to just say, hey, let's control the pressure, let's stop this job. We need shoring in here. That kid could have lived his life.
It was a gas leak. I wasn't too familiar with the neighborhood. I see somebody standing behind the truck. As I turned to look back there, my back window shattered. I was shot with a .357 through the back window of the truck.
When you first hear that your parent's been shot, it's a little bit of a shock, period. Is he gonna be alive? Is he alive? Is he okay?
It broke my humerus. After about 4 months of rehab, I finally got back to work, 4 months.
If my dad had been killed, if he hadn't made it, my whole life could have been different.
When I got back to work, I realized that dispatch, because I didn't finish that gas leak, gave it to the other GSR who was on that day. You know, not even 20 minutes after I was shot. And I thought that wasn't right because that was when the police held up the gunman in his house. I joined Control the Pressure to get that message out.
Delano Hudson. I actually went to school with Delano. He was driving home on Highway 4 and he fell asleep at the wheel and ran into the back of a semi-trailer and perished. A lot of people don't know, if he would have just told his supervisor if he was feeling tired, they could have called him an Uber or something. So it's like organizations like Control the Pressure and Hold the Pole that got to get these messages out that we have other options.
As a PG&E gas employee, I came to the realization of this. PG&E paid me to perform safety duties on a daily basis. And as long as I thought about it like that, I wasn't out doing work and then saying, oh yeah, let me do this safe. Safety first, last, and always. There's nothing else to it.
Our peer-to-peer programs aren't just important, they're vital. They're absolutely necessary to keep us all healthy and alive.
One person getting hurt, one person getting killed is one person too many.
Safety starts from the minute you jump off your bed until you get back home.
Safety is number one, and that's it.
Get involved.